Hello everyone, welcome back to English Wisdom Daily, where you learn English through motivational stories of famous people. In today's lesson, we're going through 8 principles for managing a day, inspired by Jack Ma. These are small, specific actions you could start right from tomorrow morning. If you're ready, let's get into it. Imagine waking up every morning with a blank sheet of paper in your hand. That's your day. Nothing is written on it yet. No script, no fate, no one forcing your hand. Just you and an empty space waiting to be filled. As the day unfolds, hour by hour, decision by decision, what time you get up, whether you reach for your phone or a glass of water first, whether you choose the important task or the easy one, everything you do is being written on that page, whether you notice it or not. By the time you lie down at night, the page is full. You can't erase it. You can't rewrite it. If your life is a book made up of thousands of these pages, 1 page a day, the question is, what do you want that book to look like? Do you want it filled with mindless activities or with work that actually matters? Remember this, my friends. Time moves whether you're ready or not, whether you use it well or waste it without even noticing. But how you manage and make use of that time, that part is entirely up to you. And it can shape not just today, but everything that comes after. A person makes hundreds of small choices every day. When to get up, what to eat, what to do first, who to reply to. But most of those aren't choices you are actively making. They are just old habits and daily routines running your life without asking you. You don't notice it because it isn't loud. It's not a big dramatic failure that stops you. It just quietly slides by, day after day, until one day you look back and ask yourself, what did I actually do this past year? And here's the first thing I want you to hold on to for the rest of this video. You don't need more time. Everyone gets the same 24 hours. No more, no less. From CEO, workers, students, to unemployees, children. The problem isn't the size of your day. It's the weight of your choices. What you actually need isn't more time. It's better decisions inside the time you already have. More time without better decisions is just a longer way to stay in the same place. That's exactly what the next 8 principles are going to help you build. This video would be longer than usual, I know. But if you stay with me until the end, I promise you will never regret it. Stick around till the end. The last part might be the one that changes everything. Before we dive in, let me lay out the 8 principles quickly, so you've got the whole map in your head first. 1. Win your morning. 2. Give your day a direction. 3. Protect your focus. 4. Invest in yourself every day. 5. Build discipline instead of relying on motivation. 6. Take care of your body. 7. Protect your relationships. 8. End the day like a winner. These aren't 8 separate boxes. They flow into each other from the very second you open your eyes to the second you close them again. Let's start with the first one. Principle 1. Don't let your phone decide how your day begins. Sounds obvious, but think about it. How many mornings has the first thing you did after opening your eyes been reaching for your phone? Within minutes, your mind is already full of other people's messages, other people's news, other people's highlight reels, before you've had a single thought about your own day. You start the day reacting, not choosing. A winning morning doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs a few small things done in the right order. Get up, no hitting snooze for another 10 minutes. Drink a full glass of water. Wake your body up after hours of nothing. Stretch for a couple of minutes. Get the blood moving. Clear your head. Write down today's goals. A few lines. Doesn't need to be perfect. And the big one, no phone for the first 30 minutes. That 30 minutes isn't some magic number, but it's enough to get your mind back before the outside world floods in. Win the morning, and you've already won half the day. Principle 2. A day without a plan belongs to everyone else. That might sound harsh, but it's true. If you don't decide how today's time gets used, it'll get filled automatically by other people's emails, other people's messages, a coworker's emergency, or just whatever the algorithm decides to show you. So each morning, take a few minutes to ask yourself, what's the bigger goal I'm working toward? And out of everything on your plate today, what are the top 3 things, not 10, not 20, just 3, that would actually make today feel like it counted? This is also where you need to draw a clear line between 2 things that get confused way too often: busy and productive. Busy is doing 100 things, running from one thing to the next, and ending the day exhausted with no idea what you actually moved forward. Productive is doing fewer things, but the right ones, the ones that actually get you closer to something. Busy makes you feel like you're working. Productive is what actually produces results. Principle 3. Success grows where attention goes. Attention might be the scarcest resource you have, scarcer than time itself. There are dozens, hundreds of things around you built specifically to steal it. A notification lighting up in the corner of your screen. Just one TikTok video. Just one more episode. Each one looks harmless on its own. Add them up, and they quietly steal the most valuable part of your day. Deep work. That state where your mind is fully locked onto one thing. No split attention, no interruptions. That's where the important stuff actually gets done, not while you're glancing at your phone every 5 minutes. Protecting your focus doesn't mean living like a monk, cutting yourself off from technology entirely. It just means carving out chunks of time that nothing gets to interrupt. Notifications off, phone in another room, or simply asking yourself before opening an app, am I doing this because I actually need to, or just out of habit? Principle 4. Skills are more important than degrees. The world is changing faster than any degree can keep up with forever. What actually keeps you valuable, at work, in life, is your ability to keep learning, to always know a little more, see a little further than the version of you from yesterday. You don't need to spend the whole day on it. 1 hour a day set aside for growth is enough to make a real difference by the end of a year. 10 pages a day sounds small, but that's over 3,000 pages a year, dozens of books. Pick up a new skill, English, AI, Python, whatever actually lines up with where you're headed. It's not about how much you learn in one day. It's about whether you keep showing up. Knowledge compounds like interest. It doesn't pay off right away, but stick with it long enough and it'll take you somewhere the you from a year ago couldn't have imagined. Principle 5. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. This is the part I want you to pay the most attention to in this whole video. A lot of us wait for motivation before we act. We tell ourselves that one day, once we feel inspired enough, hyped enough, we'll finally start working out, start learning English, start whatever it is we've always meant to do. But motivation is like the weather. It comes and goes, unpredictable, out of your control. If you only act when you feel it, you'll only ever act in fits and starts. Here's a concrete one. Practicing English every day. Some days you write an email in English, and it's full of grammar mistakes. Some days you try to talk to a native speaker, and blank on a word you've known for years. That failure feels real, and it makes quitting very tempting. But someone with discipline doesn't wait for motivation to come back. They write the next email anyway. They practice again. They fail, and they keep going, not because they feel inspired, but because they already decided this is what they do, whatever mood shows up that day. Discipline doesn't need motivation. It just needs one decision, repeated over and over, until it stops being something you push yourself to do and becomes something you actually do. Principle 6. Your body is the machine that creates your future. We tend to treat health and success as two completely separate things. They're not. No plan, no discipline, no goal survives very long if the machine running all of it, your body, your mind, is neglected. Moving your body every day, even just a short walk, keeps the blood flowing and your head clear. Eating well isn't about having a perfect body. It's about having enough energy to stay focused all day long. Getting enough sleep, something a lot of us trade away for a few extra hours of work, without realizing that missing sleep tanks how productive those extra hours actually are. And mental health, letting yourself rest, letting yourself not be in fight mode every single hour of the day. You can't drive cross-country in a car you never fuel up, never maintain. Same with your body. Taking care of it isn't a luxury. It's the baseline that everything else depends on. Principle 7. Success without people is empty. It's easy to get so absorbed in work, in goals, in your own plans, that you forget the people actually around you. Family, friends, the ones who've been there since the beginning. But look closely at the people who are genuinely successful and genuinely happy, and you'll notice something. None of them got there alone. Make time for family, not just whatever's left over, but something you actually plan for. Stay in touch with friends who genuinely care, not just the surface-level connections you keep online. And pay attention to who's around you. You tend to become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. Surround yourself with people dragging you down, and it's an uphill fight to rise above that. Surround yourself with people who push you, who expect more of you, and you'll gradually become a better version of yourself too. Principle 8. Most people finish the day by watching videos. Successful people finish the day by learning from today. How you end a day matters just as much as how you start it. Before bed, instead of scrolling until your eyes give out, spend a few minutes looking back. What did I do well today? What could I do better tomorrow? Even a few lines in a journal turns the scattered moments of your day into an actual lesson. Take a moment to be grateful for the small things that went right, for the people who helped you along the way, for the fact that you still get another shot tomorrow. And sketch out a rough plan for the next day, so when you wake up, you're not stuck wondering what to do, you're already moving. Ending the day like a winner doesn't mean the day was perfect. It means you closed it out with intention and a lesson, instead of just letting it slip by. Let's take a step back for a second and look at everything we just went through. It starts with winning your morning, not handing that first hour over to your phone. From there, you give your day a direction, instead of letting it get eaten up by everyone else's requests. You protect your focus, because whatever gets your attention is what actually grows. You show up for yourself a little every day, because skills, not degrees, are what keep you valuable in a world that won't stop changing. You build discipline instead of waiting around for motivation to show up, because let's be honest, it rarely does on schedule. You take care of the machine running all of this, your body, your mind. You protect the people around you, because success with no one to share it with is just empty. And you close out the day like someone who actually won it. Not a perfect day, just one where you stayed in the driver's seat and picked up a lesson along the way. These 8 aren't 8 separate boxes to check. They're really one thing, stretched from the moment you open your eyes to the moment you close them again. And here's the part that matters most. You don't have to nail all 8 starting tomorrow. So before we wrap up, I want you to do one small thing. Small, but it can actually make a difference. Out of the 8 principles we just went through, pick one that feels most relevant to where you're at right now. Not all 8, just one. And tonight, or tomorrow morning, write down one specific action you'll take to start. Say you pick win your morning. That specific action could be leave your phone in another room tonight, and tomorrow morning, the first thing you do is drink a glass of water instead of opening Instagram. Say you pick build discipline instead of motivation. It could be write one sentence in English tonight, no matter how you're feeling about it. Real change doesn't come from trying to do everything at once. It comes from one small action, repeated long enough. Drop a comment and let me know which principle you're picking for yourself today. I'd genuinely like to know. Now, let's go back to where we started a bit. That blank page every morning. Today's page is written now. It's already a fixed part of the book of your life. But here's the good part. Tomorrow, a new blank page is waiting, with nothing decided yet, nothing tied to whatever happened today. You don't need a perfect morning to start, you just need one decision, slightly better than yesterday's. Do that enough times, and you won't notice the change in a single day. But you will, a year from now, looking back. Thanks for sticking around until the end. If this was useful, hit like and subscribe to keep going with English Wisdom Daily. See you next time, with a brand new blank page waiting to be written.